I should not be left alone.
Oh my God, what's the formula? What's the formula? If I don't, I'm gonna cry.
Pushing the exam back. It's time to open my results. Hello, my name is Lauren and I'm a fourth year medical student. If you are new here, if you're not new, then welcome back. I am going to bring you along today to take a practice exam. It took some convincing for me to film myself doing a practice exam today because practice exam days are always so stressful and so emotionally charged for me. They bring me right back to Step 1 Dedicated, which was like a horrible, terrible, very bad time. But today is my first official day of Dedicated. I finished with the ICU last week. Today's Monday. Today's practice exam is like a very important, hopefully milestone, but either way, an important event on my Step 2 journey. So I figured I would vlog it. It's important to not just show you all the normal days, but the intense days as well. So we're gonna take one today. I have taken 2 so far. The last one I took at this point was 5 weeks ago. Was on April 29th because I have NBME pulled up. And today is June 3rd. So yeah, it was a bit ago. And both of those exams, I got the exact same score, which, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's just like warning, if I get that score today, or God forbid worse, I should not be left alone. I'll just leave it at that. Like it will be the worst thing ever, but it's not gonna happen. We're gonna see improvement. Yeah, okay, so let's do it. I'm gonna first buy the exam. I'm buying it on NBME. I'm taking Form 12 today. I took 11 in March and then I took Form 10 in April, the last one that I took. So we're going to buy Form 12 today. I'm gonna do standard pacing. When I buy the exams, sometimes I just start to like get scared, but I'm gonna be like very vulnerable today, I've decided. I mean, I'm like usually pretty open, but you know, today it's like we're serious. I've just received so many nice, kind, amazing messages from you all of like, you've watched Dedicated Diaries season 1 when you were taking Step 1 and it just helped you feel less alone and you related to it. And I, like, those messages just make me so happy and like, I love YouTube. I do some of it for myself because I love it, but like that is why I do this. Like I just love that. So I'm like, you know, it's fine to just be extra vulnerable today. She's all purchased. That's $60 less in my bank account that already has $0 in it. Okay, we've moved to my desk, which is where I'm gonna take the exam. But before I take it, I want to write down all of the epidemiology exams because they can be like easy points if you remember all of the all of the equations. So I'm gonna write them all down. Formulas have been written down, and something that I saw as advice during test day is to write down all the formulas during the tutorial time period. So I didn't actually do that on my test day because I just felt like if I wrote them down and I forgot one, I would like freak out and get stressed. But I think I am gonna do that. I'm gonna do that definitely for this exam that I'm about to take. And I think I'm gonna maybe try to do that on test day 2. And if I keep doing it, then I'll get comfortable enough to do it on test day, because then when you across those questions, it's just a plug and chug, where right now if I come across one of those questions, I immediately panic. And then I'm like, oh my God, what's the formula? What's the formula? Even if I like actually know it, I just panic and then I feel like I don't know it. So don't mind this. This is coffee I didn't use on Friday. We're just gonna throw that in there. So yeah, I have everything ready. The last thing to do is to make coffee. And I didn't eat breakfast yet. I'm gonna eat it after my first section. I'm feeling good. I'm just feeling like I studied. It was part-time, I guess, since I was also in a rotation, but I studied so consistently over this past month. I have to show improvement. I have to show improvement. I really have to. I really, really have to. Okay? Like, please. I'm begging at this point to show improvement. And if I don't, I'm gonna cry. This is my setup. I have my water here. I just filled it up before I did the equations. Coffee that I just made. I have a notebook to write in. These are the equations that I just wrote, but I'm gonna flip to a blank page and then rewrite. I'm gonna remove my iPad because I wasn't sure if I was gonna write the equations on real paper or my iPad. My phone will also be removed. And then I have chapstick because cannot focus with dry lips. And yeah, oh, actually let me get my rosemary, which I talked about the benefits of rosemary in Dedicated Diaries 1. And I always have it with me when I take a practice exam. Gonna be real honest with you all. I do have a teddy bear on standby. And that's because if I start to panic, it's my tripod, I wanna be able to it's almost like a stress ball. So I do have that as well. I'm gonna put my phone on Do Not Disturb right after I warn my people that I'm starting the exam. So my mom and my boyfriend, my big emotional support people, are on standby. I told them yesterday I'm doing an exam today. So if I call them crying in 6 hours, they know why. Let me just say, starting the exam. And then I'm gonna go on my work mode, which means I cannot get any notifications. Cool, let's get started. I'm gonna check in after every section. It's 4 sections. Each section is 50 questions, which means each section is 1 hour and 15 minutes long. So technically it's a 5-hour exam plus breaks. The breaks are usually 5 minutes, but you set the break, it's not on a timer. So the first break is gonna be a little longer because I'm probably gonna make breakfast. And yeah, we're gonna go. So right now it is 10:32. Wish me luck. Okay, the last thing that I wanted to say was, this is so cheesy, but this is from Dedicated 1 when I took step 1. This is just I used this notebook then as well. And before every exam I would write down what are these called? What are they called? I can't think of the name, I'm so sorry. But these statements that you say to yourself to affirmations. I used to write down affirmations. Sorry, I'm using all my brain power for this exam. I used to write down affirmations to myself right before I would start the exam. And these are just ones that I wrote. And then when I took my last practice exam, I wrote these down. So I'm gonna do the same thing right before I click the start button, write down some affirmations. And that way, if I start to feel, nervous or anxious or anything during the exam, oh my God, this is so vulnerable. Okay, if I start to feel anything during the exam, then I can just reread the affirmations and kind of center myself again. Okay, let's start now. First section is done. I actually am feeling okay. The first 10, I was oh yeah, I'm gonna show improvement. And then there was like 10 or 15 where I just felt like I was guessing on all of them, and I was like, okay, I don't know anything. And then after that, I was feeling good again, so we'll see. I'm hoping me coming in here does not wake up my child. I think he's asleep in the closet. So I'm on like break right now. I was gonna eat breakfast, but I'm really not that hungry because the coffee's filling me up. So I don't know if I should just go straight to the next section and then see if I want to eat after that. But just taking a little break away from the desk. We'll see how section 2 goes. I did, in fact, wake him up. Why'd you wake up, Baco? Look. Why you wake up? Go back to sleep. Section 2 done. It was okay. On to section 3. We're halfway there.
Shall I compare to a summer day? She's the sun, she fill out the gray. Quench my thirst, she's my lemonade. The yellow that I couldn't paint. Shall I compare to a summer day? Just like the sun, it will never fade. The cool breeze in the shade, my 4 leaves to the plate, right to my mistakes.
I just finished section 3. I flagged more in that section, only one more than the other 2 sections, but I still think it went okay. After 10 questions though, I immediately regretted not eating, so I have a little cheese and crackers snacks. I don't want to eat something big since I can actually enjoy a meal with TV after this section. I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling very anxious and just nervous because I know I'm about to find out my score in an hour and 15 minutes, and I just need it to be good. Like, I need it to improve. I just don't know how I'm gonna cope if it's not improved. Like, I'm gonna crumble. I just need it. I need it to be better. Like, I'm like begging God to please have it be better and demonstrate how hard I've been working over the past month. So yeah, it's like in this last section that I get just very, my mind starts to drift from the exam to all of the bad things that can go wrong if this doesn't go well, or if like I never improve, you know, like all the intrusive thoughts start happening. And especially the last 5 questions of this section, I will be having heart palpitations. I know after a couple more clicks, I'll see the score. So I'm not really like feeling as great as I was before, but it's not even the questions. Like, but at this point, I don't trust how I feel during the questions. I don't trust how much time I have at the end of each section. Like, I've been able to finish and go back to all my marked questions. I don't trust any of that. I only trust the number. I'm gonna eat my little snack while I start and keep going, and I will see you on the other side. I'm gonna open my result on camera. Just finished section 4. It's time to open my results. My heart is pounding. I just need it to be good. Like, I need to see improvement. It's 1 click away. Okay. Where's my phone? Okay. My dialer is ready if I need assistance. It will be good. It will be good. Okay. That is the score that I literally have been picturing getting. Oh my God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Oh my God, Lord Almighty. It's gonna be okay, guys. It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna be out of this in 3 weeks. I can do it. Wow. Okay. I'm so happy. Like, okay. Is this the score that I want on test day? No. We're still like going up and up and up. But I was stuck on one number for 2 exams and it just was like not great. So we've improved. Like, I kind of think of the step 2 scores as brackets based on like grouping of 10. So like, I think passing's 214 or 211, and then like the 220s and the 230s and the 240s and the 250s and etc. So we've made it into the next bracket up, which is like what I wanted. I'm so happy, but I still have so much work to do. Like, I have so much to go. Well, if I can increase this by like 18 points is the dream. But I don't know. I don't know if that's like, I don't know. 18 points, like this plus 18 is the dream, but we'll see what happens. I'm like so happy right now. I actually need to like run out of here because I need to return something to UPS today. Oh my God, I'm like, I can breathe. Like, should I keep vlogging the rest of my day, which will just be like a normal day, or should I just stop it here? Like, is this, maybe we should just stop it, right? Because like, who cares? I'm just gonna return something and run to the grocery store, eat, enjoy my evening. Let's just like move from this desk because we've been here all day. I'm over the desk. I don't know if you could tell, but Vaco just like came over and was, look at him. Look at him. He was trying to eat my cheese and crackers. Oh God. While I was doing the exam, and then I kept moving them away from him, and then he literally like looked me in my eyes and then went and threw my notebook and my pen off the table. So that was really lovely. The time lapse is so fast, so I don't know if you'll really be able to see that happening, but I thought I would let you guys know that. I don't know if it was like kind of boring, like I am just like sitting at home taking an exam all day, but I just thought it would be kind of maybe relatable and just kind of good to see what someone does when they're taking a practice exam and like how they go throughout their day. I hope this is like an okay vlog. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if you're taking your practice exams and you're studying for something. Like, I really can get out of this in 3 weeks. Like, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Oh my God, I really can do it. Like, that's just such an amazing feeling. My biggest fear is not doing poorly on the exam. It's actually pushing the exam back, because I know I keep talking about step 1 dedicated, but but that is the only other really similar experience I have to this, aside from the MCAT, which is like kind of different. So for step 1, I had to push my exam back 2 times, and it just felt like my period of dedicated and of studying was never gonna end. And like every day I felt like I woke up, I studied my whole day, I was so miserable, and I just felt like I was never gonna get out of that period. So going into this dedicated, official day 1 today of my real dedicated, I just have this big fear of having to push my exam back and never getting out of this, and never taking the exam and like finishing it and being able to rest and getting my score today. I just feel like I will be able to finish this chapter of my life in 3 weeks. I have 1 week after I take the exam until I start my next rotation, and I have dubbed that week in my head as Rot Week, because I plan on ordering everything I can on DoorDash until my card declines, basically, and laying on my couch and eating and watching TV and sleeping for a week straight. Like, I'm gonna break a record of how crazy, like the level I'm gonna rot. So I'm just like working hard so I can have an amazing rot week. I'm gonna close the vlog out here. I think there will be 2 more episodes of the Dedicated Diaries. I think I'm gonna do one more like regular study day so you can see how I'm studying now, because I think it's gonna be a little different as far as like what I'm doing and the timing of everything. And then the one after that should be me taking my exam and opening my results. So, woo! Woo! All right. I will see you on the next one. If you liked the video, please like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Comment what you're studying for, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.